Hello, everyone. So good to see you. Happy Tuesday. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Stephanie McPhail. I specialize in helping women thrive after ending toxic relationships. So for today's topic, we're going to talk about why it's so hard to heal after ending a narcissistic relationship. Too often after we end the narcissistic relationship, we think to ourselves, I finally ended the relationship. Things are going to get better for me really quickly. And that doesn't happen. In fact, it is very common for people after ending a narcissistic relationship to fall into a depression and feel really lost. Does that resonate for anyone? Because that was me. I ended toxic relationships and I just felt so terrible. I felt like wounded. I felt just broken. I felt so screwed up. And I just felt awful about myself. And I thought that I would feel great after I finally ended that relationship. But instead, I felt really lost. So today I want to talk about 3 reasons why it's so hard to heal after ending a narcissistic relationship. So reason number 1 is that narcissistic person tends to jump into another relationship right away. So we end that relationship and we're like, oh my gosh, things were really terrible. They were really terrible to me. And then we see them get into another relationship and they seem happy. And they seem to be having all of the things come their way. Like very often they find someone who looks like a great person, and we see them on social media. They're super happy and doing all these great things. And all we think to ourselves is, why could they not do that for me? And then we start to question ourselves. What was I doing so wrong that they can be happy with this other person, but they couldn't be happy and do those wonderful things with me? That's what I stuck around for. That's what I was hoping for, was that they would treat me the way that they seem to be treating this new person. Does that resonate for anyone? Because that could be really hard. When we've put in the time, we've put in the effort, we've done so much, and we see them jump right into another relationship, and here we are single and sad. So sad, it's hard to do anything. That was definitely me. I couldn't understand why my ex was able to jump right into another relationship seeming so happy. Well, I'm going to give you a little hint on that. They didn't do the work. Chances are pretty good. Chances are 99.9% good that new relationship is not going to work out for them because they haven't taken any responsibility for themselves at all. So number 1 reason why it's so hard to heal from a narcissistic relationship is they jump right into another relationship and pretend and seem like everything is going so wonderfully for them now. Number 2, second reason, is we have been so focused on them. That's all we know. That's all we know. We only know how to focus on them. Nothing we ever did was good enough. Nothing we ever did was right. So we were constantly being used to being ridiculed for everything that we did. So doing normal activities, basic activities that we thought we could do and that we probably did before we were in the narcissistic relationship seem really foreign to us. We question everything. Am I doing the right thing? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? So we've gotten so used to focusing on them, on their anger, on their frustration, on what their whim is of the day, that's all we know how to do. Now, of course, that's not healthy. We can't be so focused on somebody else. But when that relationship ends, that's why it feels like something has been just pulled away from us, because all we've been used to doing is focusing on them. So second reason why it's so hard is because we've been so used to focusing on them, which leads me right into reason number 3 why it's so hard to heal after a narcissistic relationship is because we've lost ourselves. We've lost ourselves on the way. When you go from taking all of your care, all of your energy, and putting that constantly into the other person, literally walking on eggshells, wondering, is this the time that they're going to be upset with me? Did I do something wrong? What's going on? We lose who we are trying to make that other person happy. What is it that you enjoy doing? Who are you without this toxic relationship? Who are you as someone who stands on their own 2 feet and makes their own decisions? We get lost. Our self-esteem is lost. We've lost our friends. We don't know the activities that we enjoy doing. We have put so much time and energy into figuring out the relationship, figuring out what we're doing wrong, changing ourselves to make the other person happy. All of these other things are going on that we don't know who we are, and we've lost ourselves along the way. So hopefully that resonates for you, and feel free to add some other things that you think would resonate for other people who are watching. But it is really important, and this is why healing after narcissistic abuse is so important to get help. The best way to make your ex jealous is to create a life that you are thriving in every way. The best way to do that is to get the right help, because I will tell you a little hint. That narcissistic ex, they're not going to get the help. They're not going to do the work. Want to know why? They don't take any responsibility for it. It wasn't their fault the relationship was bad. It was your fault. So what that means is they're going to keep continuing their cycle over and over again. Once we decide that we are never going to do that again, we don't ever want to get fooled by the love bombing, by all of the things that pulled us into that relationship. We don't want to get fooled. We want to get the right support. We will make sure that we never get into that relationship again. Chances are pretty good that's not going to happen for your ex. So remind yourself, you have the power right now to create your best life. Hope this helped. Make sure to put any of your observations or your thoughts in the comments. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.